Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey, hello all you architects of fate. You found yourself again here with us, and we're playing Star Trek Adventure specifically, and we're testing out the second edition rules, which are now well within the public domain. well out for the public, so we're not exposing any secrets, and the best part is strange new playtests can now start delving into something like starship combat, and maybe we'll do that tonight. Tonight's episode is called There Be Whales Here, and this will be episode 5 or 6 of the Celestial Algorithm one shot, which should only take 2 hours, and we've taken 10. And what I wanted to do is say that we will have one more episode. Whatever happens. The ship blows up, whatever we do, but we'll do that. And what I want to do is introduce the cast for the last Going Out Strong. And let me see. Well, Venomous Toucan isn't here with us tonight. Mortis Galactus isn't able to be with us tonight. So that brings us down to you, Cam.
All right. Well, I am Cam. I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Burke Ben Jaxa. I'm a Tellarite with a chip on my shoulder. If you don't like to argue, you're not worth my respect. And he's currently examining the propulsion systems of some whales in the area.
Did you have to lift up the fin? I'm looking forward to the description, because I think that well, Rob, you're in charge, because I was going to skip over to Steve to ask him what the underside of a whale looks like. Rob, tell us about yourself and who you're going to be tonight.
Hey folks, Rob here, longtime TTRPGer, and normally playing regularly in a galaxy far, far away, but tonight I'm playing Zoe Hernandez, the science officer, who is overly ambitious and extremely unqualified to take command of the ship, but her ambition has outweighed her ability, and that's where we find ourselves.
Okay. And then Steve, Darth Sarcastic, how are you doing?
Hey. So far, so good. Steve here, playing Lieutenant Junior Grade Rashid Kamal, helmsman of the Challenger, and again, being played by Tan France, I would believe. And I think I was in the shuttlecraft with a couple of the himbos, convincing them to point a phaser at me, to make it look real.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. I am regretting my life decisions these days.
I think you have you may have some sort of a value for that. Yes. Live fast. Skateboarding is fun or something. Don't do drugs. I forget what it was. But yeah.
Fly with style, dress with style, live life at warp speed. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. And oh god, I didn't realize that was where the medicine had to go. So you've inserted medicine successfully into the whales, and when I think something happened that caused them. Oh, I remember. Hernandez wanted to get a really good scan of this. Either Hernandez or Ben Jaxa, and I think you both were scanning the whales, and the scanner beams caused a superpositioning in their quantum signatures or whatever you want to call it, but it spooked them. And so they thrashed their tails or whatever passes for it, and they engaged their manner of propulsion, which was a keen area of interest for Van Jaxa. And while a keen area of interest, it didn't do any favors for the people trying to get away. Gayla, Velev, and Rashid. They're in the shuttle next to these guys. And what I want to do is, right off the bat, start out with, there's nobody on the ship. You're on the ship. You're going to give orders, and I don't know what you're going to do to stabilize it. But, Rashid, why don't you give me let me see. This would be spacesuit operations. So it would be Conn, C-O-N-N. And probably either, it's up to you, fitness or daring.
I'll go with daring at 11, and maybe if I succeed, I get some extra stuff from untapped potential.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Will evasive action work as a focus here?
It's more for the ship, but I say why not? You're a little ship. You're a tiny little ship.
Okay, I mean,
skin-tight spacesuit.
There you go. Just the way I like it.
Barbarella or Zardoz. You take your pick as to which visual horror you're dealing with.
I'm going more Rob Halford, Judas Priest. So
Okay.
In the early days. All right, so let's see. That is. All right, that looks like 2 successes. Let me see here. How many successes do I need?
Let's go with, you'll probably need 2 to avoid anything.
Well, that's what I got.
Okay.
Since I didn't buy any more dice, untapped potential don't do nothing. All right, okay. No problem.
So you did that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to be really cruel to Thelev and Gayla and leave their fates up to a die roll.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Okay. So what I need is Cam and Rob, you each get to pick evens or odds.
Odds.
I'll go with odds also.
Okay, so we're putting it all on. First 2 dice. The first one is First one's Thelev, and the second one's Gala. Oh, all right. Well, odds at least is nice. Thelev manages to be okay. Gala, however, is in trouble. Got caught in the whale backwash. Rashid, you're near enough to Gala to attempt to stabilize him, but right now he's kind of spinning around and going. I don't know what you want to do. What phrases you want to talk about for bottoms over tops, or make any other jokes like that. But if you can do a daring and I guess it's daring and con again to see if you can snag him.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. And it'll be a difficulty level 2 challenge.
All right. 2 successes.
All right. You grab Gala by the ankle. You manage to secure him, and he's panicked, and he's going, "Oh God! Okay, hold on, wait. Does this look bad? Because you're grabbing me. Does this mean we're hostages now?"
Yes, I'm taking command of the situation. Before you shoot me with a phaser, get back in the ship.
Okay. He's not sure if he's got the phaser with him or not. It may not. He's like trying to find where he left the phaser. Thelev has it, and he's holding up, says, "I've got the phaser," and he's just waving it back at you guys. So you guys can all manage to make it into there. What?
No, I said it before, say it again. I've made some bad life choices this week. In the ship, let's go. Come on.
They will, I think, Gala, once you guys change again, because you haven't seen him in any off-duty clothes, right? Rashid, you haven't done any off-duty clothing?
No.
Okay. We'll find some 10 forward thing. Because I think you and a security officer are lined up for Gala's, for some more interactions with Gala. All right, you guys make it back into the ship. Cameron, and meanwhile, back on the ship, Van Jackson, you're wherever, right? You're not on the bridge.
Yeah. I'm in one of those little sensor pods, sort of like the one that Ben Finney was.
Oh yeah, you're in the Ben Finney death pod. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the death pod examining, because I remember that there was interactions between some of the stuff going on with the whale's propulsion and the situation on board the ship. So I'm up there trying to get better details on that.
So Zoe, on your console, on the arm of the chair, there's only so many buttons, but every one of them is important to the plot. So there's a pod eject button, and it sits right next to the red alert button. And they're both the same color. So anyway.
And so it's PE and RE.
Yes.
Or no, RA. Sorry, RA.
Yeah. There's RE, red alert, and EP. Yeah, I like the idea that that's exactly.
Well,
what it is.
she's Spanish, so it would be red alert.
Oh, would it be Rujo? No.
That's where the confusion.
Alerta rojo.
Yeah. Rojo alarm.
Oh God.
Alarm de rojo. There you go.
We should just force everybody to speak Esperanto for one stream.
Oh God. We could do a top secret game and then speak Esperanto.
Oh shit. All right, yeah. So anyway, we're at yellow alert anyway. Zoe, the ship is gonna get shaken. What I don't know to do is, how about we have you issuing orders to people to stabilize the ship? Unless you want to do the helm, but we have Xanthus can probably do it if necessary. But you could make this your first order of command. Like you could just do a direct action to test it out.
Okay, so for like an actual instructional command. Is that what you mean?
So let me see if I remember right how to find, because I literally sent you guys a link and I put it in chat.
Oh.
There it is. Starship command tables.
Oh yes. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I see what you.
Yeah, for command.
Yeah, no, I have that open. Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking that's the one we need. Assist direct. Spend a momentum. Select an ally who immediately attempts a single major action, and then you can give him help.
All right. And who were the bridge officers that are left?
Let's go with Commander Xanthus and Ensign not appearing in this film. Because I don't. Let me grab a Nipsey here.
Yep.
I like it's Ensign Nicholson. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Ensign Nicholson, who you've never seen.
Nicholson. Oh, I was going to try to make up a surname like Nautilphil.
That'll work.
Nick.
What is it? What was the name that you were gonna give him?
Well, you said not appearing in this film, so I
Nautilphil?
just made up Nautilphil.
Nautilphil.
Oh, there we go. Ensign Nautilphil.
Yes.
Need to stabilize the starboard thrusters and maneuver us closer to the edge of the ship.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll a con and control, and I've got a functional 13 on that. I don't need to use that. All right, I got 13. I got 2 dice. And then you can assist me. Oh shit! You guys all saw that, right?
Ooh, yeah. Brutal.
All right. What do I roll for an assist?
You don't roll anything.
Oh.
Yeah, because the person has to succeed.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
So,
I can attempt to
we're,
immediately do a
crashing
major
into
action.
the side. We're crashing into the side of the anomaly, possibly.
Yeah, we're gonna pop into something here.
They're shaking me up like a bad martini up here.
Yeah. So sorry I broke the ship. I'm gonna bank the momentum, bank the threat for that. For now, I don't know why. I think I have 9 though. So you guys can, since Mortis isn't here, he can't keep me honest on threat and momentum spends. Ensign Nautilphil fails to get this to work. We can have Xanthus try it as a way to like kind of catch it, and you can just direct Xanthus to fucking fix things. And I rolled a 17 and a 15, so he also failed. So maybe I'm not going to be rolling dice for anybody anymore. Is how I'm looking at it. I'm getting these out of the way for my NPCs to clear the way. Yeah, the ship.
Maybe that Orion can drive it.
Yeah, we should have the Orion drive the damn ship. Sorry, Zoe, but the ship is not getting clear of the whales, so it is getting caught in some kind of a bit of their backwash, and not stabilizing. It is drifting toward the edge of the room, the cosmic hangar it's in right now.
Nautilphil, get us out of this metagenic energy stream before we crash into this anomaly.
Okay. I'm gonna have to just pretend that. Do you think Zara's gonna just go in and fix this? Should I just have the Orion get in?
Well, I'm thinking of spending some momentum to create a trait.
Okay.
Such that maybe the metagenic energy stream actually dissipates more quickly than we thought, and so maneuvering the ship while we were stuck in it, and maybe there's some effect that you want to apply, but the trait essentially is that we're out of it at this point.
Oops, it's gone. Yeah, I think that you find an anti-polaron beam and do that to dissipate the metagenic effect. Does that sound good?
Sure, an antipolaron beam, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to say that.
Two
Point
momentum.
at
It cost us 2 momentum.
Okay. That'll keep you out of trouble. Sorry about the trouble there.
All right.
Vinjaxa, what do you want to do, or what do you think you have to do? Engines
I
are
need
kind of
to-
jerked around.
Yeah, I need to get a reading while we are real close to that metagenic wave. I want to get some more readings on that, and then his character sheet, he's kind of an inventor, so he's going to try and jury rig some sort of thing to protect our engines from any future metagenic waves.
Oh, that's another nice creative trade idea. Okay, good. Let me see. And back to outside. I think you guys are all getting back into the shuttle. You get to see the ship. The ship is flipping around really nicely, by the way.
Why do I get that feeling they let Nautifil and then the Andorian drive? God damn it. All right. I told them not to drive without drinking first. All right, let's go back to the ship.
Okay. Probably won't require any, no necessarily skill rolls. I think by the time you're ready to dock with the tractor beams and everything, they'll have at least stabilized the ship. And
We're hoping.
sorry.
We're hoping.
Hoping. And Vinjaxa, what? Now the whales are starting to kind of, because I watched Star Trek I watched the motion picture the other day. So the chamber you're in that had sealed up at both ends, with the whales kind of starting themselves up or launching themselves. At the far end of the chamber, there's an aperture that does open, and the whales are kind of headed toward it. They kind of see it, and they're just like, "Oh, okay," and they're kind of kicking it into gear on the way out. So it seems like the algorithm may actually respond and react to the whales.
I wonder if they're communicating with it even at some level.
That's a good question. Let me see. I'm going to bring Rashid. Do you want to come back up on the bridge, or did you want to just lollygag about with the Andorians or the Orions?
I will make my way back up to the bridge.
Okay.
I will take the phaser away from the one guy first. Give me.
Okay. Well, you just took it, or you're just going to walk back with it on?
If I can stop off at a security checkpoint or something and say, here, just check this into the armory, thanks.
Like you just toss it as you walk by?
A little more care than that. I mean,
Okay.
knowing my luck, it'll land on the wrong thing and then blow a hole.
Yeah, we better not dice anything at this point. It's not good. All right,
Yeah, it looks pretty scary.
You do lock it back down. I'm gonna say Zara's still hanging out on the bridge a little bit. So unless you need her gone, I can retain her on the bridge. While all this was going on, the Dr. Vorel and Commodore and Tenon seemed to, while you got through the crisis, or at least part of it, and the whales are starting to go toward what I would call the only exit.
Yep.
You see Dr. Vorel and Nella haven't reacted to anything you've done. Nothing. The ship shaking, nothing. They seem to be either frozen or catatonic.
All right. Who's got the helm? Is it not a Phil?
Nautifil, Rashid just told Nautifil to go back and play with a grab claw machine.
Okay. So Rashid,
Yeah.
let's follow these whales at 1/4 impulse. Follow closely, but not too closely.
Fly casual. I
Like
gotcha.
casually, yeah.
Alrighty. So I will.
Joey feels a little
That's all.
odd giving another lieutenant orders, but it's fine.
You're in
She's
the
okay
chair.
with it.
Well, Yeah, but you're full. You're full grade. I'm junior, so it's
Oh, he
okay.
is lieutenant. Yeah, you are Lieutenant JG. So yeah, the funnier part is Xanthras is just out of it. We're just having him. He's just filling the chair, keeping it cool. He's keeping the chair cold.
He's still stewing over the fact there's an Orion
Well,
on
I
the
think
bridge.
he's stewing over the fact that they're not like pirates.
Yeah,
that
that
broke
too.
him. The green skins are supposed to be a very certain way, and it's really bothering him. So anyway, you've got Rashid. There's not any real delicate flying that needs to happen. You could probably keep up just fine unless you wanted to try anything as a zero level. Unless you wanted a zero level purchase or anything. Do you want to roll dice?
No,
You want to build
I'm good.
momentum?
Yeah.
I don't even know how much we
You
got.
got 5.
Nah, for now we're good.
So you're tailing the whales, staying fairly out of their I don't know if we're trying to avoid their wake either, but I think it's fine. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 3 catatonic people on the bridge, but don't mind that. I've got Vinjaxa, what are you doing exactly? Because it's going to take some time with your people to recalibrate the engines, the warp engines.
Yeah, because the warp engines are still offline because they were acting up. I think I'll get out of the sensor pod at this point because I think I have enough of the data to make those jury rig repairs, and I'll come back down onto the bridge and see if I can eke whatever energy we need in case we have to do anything with the impulse engines. I'll be able to take them to 107%.
And what happens is that little control on your captain's chair arm, Zoe, that goes from PE to the little LED display changes, and it goes maybe next time. So that takes care of that. You guys are moving into the next section essentially. What you can do, Zoe, is since you're not science officer, you're going to stay in the chair. I'm going to throw Nautafil because he can't be bad at everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to assume he's actually a backup science officer, which is why it was insane for him to be trying to do helm things. And he can do scans or whatever you want. So you actually are in charge.
All right, let's run some more scans on the wake of the whales, so we can try to avoid getting disrupted by them again. Hopefully, we can calibrate the thrusters to compensate for the whale wake.
Okay, Rashid, that might be a. Let's do that as a reason and engineering task.
Reason and engineering, okay.
To help recalibrate your console.
Okay.
You've noticed, what I'm going to have you do is fiddle with the controls a little bit to work on the responsiveness at impulse, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The whale
okay.
Vinjaxa and Vinjaxa, you've got to work on the propulsion system. So I'm assuming that's engineering and anger.
There you go.
But engineering and reason probably on that. Probably is a level 2, just because your guys are both building a trait. And Nautafil is going to attempt to plot. He's going to try and plot the eddies, which I think was what you were also asking. Well, let's see how he does today.
Right.
Let's see if he's got a 20.
Holy.
Me.
Holy shit on a shingle.
Is that to me or to you?
I got two crits, so I just got myself 4 successes.
Not
Damn
so.
right
You're
the
relieved.
console works now.
Not a Phil has been relieved.
Wow, I rolled a 2 and a 3, so I almost
Holy
got some
cats! Are you sure you can't wiggle any way into like focus?
Well,
Online,
one of
man.
my focuses is warp drive, but we're doing impulse right now. There's reverse engineering.
All right. Not a Phil is just never coming
Not
back.
really.
I will get rid of him completely off. Whoops. I will get.
So we can't tolerate this level of incompetence.
He is
Not under first command.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I can send somebody up, but I have no idea if they'll be any good. Given the way the dice work, there's nothing we can do. I like the idea that Harid Sar, Zara suggests like, hey, one of my guys could do it.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm bringing Harid Zar up. He does have the traditional Orion duty thong. So with the little short vest and thigh-high socks. So he is ready to go. But anyway, Harid Sar is going to go in and start working on the sensors. From your observation of how he does kind of swish up, but immediately it's like it takes a second to evaluate the console and seems to set down just to work. Not a problem. But he is doing the Spock thing where his ass is sticking into the middle of the bridge, right? Because Spock was always bent over, but standing up, giving everybody an eyeful.
Yeah.
T'Pol at least had it lower, so she just leaned over. But no, Spock had the full-on standies. So Harid Sar's going to do the standing. I don't think anybody's going to be too distracted by this. And he's
Is that
gonna...
Sarah Nalarian that you're wearing?
Oh, that's right. He is going to notice that, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Zoe would know. Is that Sarah Delarian? I think everybody's wearing that this year. Oh,
Yeah.
way better scanning. It's like, okay, here it is.
Send that guy to the academy.
Zoe has a sociology
Turn
focus.
on
Her sociology
sensors.
focus lets her know who the latest designers are. So
Okay. I'm sorry, Rashid or Stephen, what were you saying?
At least this guy remembered to actually turn the sensors on this
Yes. He actually touched the right button and he took the plastic off. So yeah, he's like, oh, okay, well, there's going to be this, and he gives you the harmonic frequency, and also says that because he's a math whiz, he's not an engineering guy. Yeah, that's pretty good. And also essentially it's whatever made up mathematician sequence. So he says it's a Bohr-Jaxa, or it's a bow horse. What is it called? Bow horse equation. And so basically the whales are using that kind of a waveform for their propulsion. So knowing that, it's predictable by you guys now. So you guys are following in. Now he's been focusing on the whales, so he might not have done a thing. The Bohorse Jackman, yeah. I like the idea of it being the Bohorse particle too. I was trying to get it close, but thank you. Yeah, throw that in chat or throw that into the Discord too not Discord. Yeah, into the chat area.
yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not even 100% that I got it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in it.
yeah, it is right. Yeah,
I kind of like it.
time. The BoJack Horseman principle.
Field. So yeah, you're cruising along. You're coming up on the barrier. The whales have gone through. And Rashid, your navigational beam is picking up that the aperture is starting to close. It doesn't appear to be
Okay.
too bad. You're pretty sure you could make it at your current speed.
Xanthus, arm the photon torpedoes, please.
The
if you
what?
don't mind.
Okay.
Just arm them. Just arming them. They're not firing them. We're just arming them in case.
Okay. Xanthus is very excited. He's been very good all year, all season. He's arming the torpedoes, which could be mistaken for phasers, depending on what footage we reuse. I'm sorry, Rashid. I cut across you there, Stephen.
No, I was going to say I'll probably just put in a couple of more, a little bit more speed, just to
goose it.
Cover our oversized butts.
So you do pick up the speed. It does not require any sort of a roll. This has got photon torpedoes armed, so that's going to be exciting. I will warn you, there is, for some reason, torpedoes, I think, have an escalation or a threat cost when they're used, because they can't just be, they're not walking the park. You went right to 11 on this.
Yeah. Well, we got to get through that aperture, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. You do make it through the aperture, which is pretty nice. You pop through into another room, and it's kind of this weird. I'm gonna let's see if I can get you guys a decent exterior space.
All right, Xanthus, you can stand down on the torpedoes for now.
Okay, securing the torpedoes, sir. Because you are a sir on this, right?
It's a ma'am. I'm not one of those strange sir, ma'am things.
Okay.
Meaning that we respect ma'am, not sir.
Okay, we have a title. Yeah, you have a. Well, I think they always say just what's your preferred title, correct?
Yeah. No.
All right, so it looks like you've come to another kind of plasma conduity corridor. The whales are down. They're going to be represented by the one perfect whale. So I'm going to stick them down there. And there is a planetoid, which I did not grab a copy of. So we're going to use Mr. Crayon. Okay. He's rocky. All right. So there is a planetoid, sort of roughly, not clogging up the works, but it's definitely causing a blockage as this passage tends to narrow down. And it looks like this planetoid has gotten somehow ingested or brought in. And
Xanthus, rearm the torpedoes.
okay, it's a biggie, so I don't know how much torpedoing. You could do some torpedoing. And it appears to be grappled by some tractor beams. Like there's anyway. It appears to be grappled by tractor beams which are sitting in the wall, and as you realize, there are other tractor emitters kind of all over the environment.
Mm.
So I wanted to know what you guys wanted to do next. So it's kind of blocking your way and it's blocking the whale's way.
Well, crew, what are some options?
And just as a quick thing, I'm gonna do a tactical plot here. Where's my duplicate? New slide. Fine. Okay, what I'm going to show you is that I've got corridors, right? So can you stay selected? No. And then you guys have your little, let me see. There's that, there's that, and there's that. Copy. Just wanted to give you an idea of what was occurring. This goes under the My Isn't V'ger bit.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So you've got this kind of, and I'll get you guys a little bit more.
How many emitters?
Well, there's a couple of emitters, and so basically this thing is kind of hit a plug to help you out, to make sure that you know, before you went off on it. So yeah, you've got basically, where's my polyline? Oh, is blue the standard color for emitters? Sure. Whoops.
Yeah.
See. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
why not?
we're gonna say
That sounded like an emitter too.
yeah, that whoever's got that. Are we vaping or what?
No,
Oh,
sonic
okay,
screwdriver.
cool. Yeah, so the emitters are just hanging out here on the side. Why am I caring about the color? Don't give a shit. Let's pretend. But yeah, they're doing. Oh, that's kind of neat.
What was the himbo's name at the science station?
Ensign Butt Cheeks. Harad Sar. But yeah, there's two tractor beams that appear to be. Well, I don't know what they're doing. Is that would be telling, and then what would happen to man's quest for space?
Yeah. So can Zoe try to determine, does she need to use equipment, or can she just evaluate the situation that the emitters are either pushing this thing into the
Oh yeah,
blockage, or holding it there, or attempting to pull it through, or
yep. Yeah, basically, like if you want to do the scans yourself, or you can just ask the question of another person.
well, yeah, she was going to try to just evaluate it based on what she sees using her own.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you wanted to, I mean, just observation. So that would be like a reason in science.
Yeah.
You know that it's definitely something's grabbing it. It's a level 2. Just kind of staring at it and going, okay. I'll bet it's this. You could use reason or insight. I don't know what you want to. If you want to.
Reason is good, and she gets a free. I thought she got a free momentum if it's science. Where is it? Yes, the first when she uses engineering or science,
Oh, that's
her first bonus D20 purchase is always free. So
okay.
rolling three dice, and it's reason and science is a 15. So let's hopefully get some good results here. I got a 6 and a 10, so 2 successes.
Okay, great. Yeah, you definitely see that these beams are trying to remove the blockage, or at least pull the planet back. But the mass is the mass of the planet's too high, or the tractor beam's power is too low.
So they're trying to pull it back. They're not trying to. Okay, I thought maybe. So if we were to Zoe's my initial thought crew was to fire the phasers at the ion, at the emitters, but that may not be the best course of action. Planet will totally block the anus if we, the sphincter, sorry.
Maybe we could add our tractor beams and get just enough power to move it out of the way enough. So it's fairly large, so if we can help pull it back even a little bit, the whale can squeeze through.
And we can tractor slingshot ourselves around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the anus that closed behind you. It's like a cat's. Yeah, it looked like a cage.
They closed behind us. So
yeah, you passed through a chamber and then whatever's, because that was closing as you guys were following the whales.
So the one at the top is the closed one, and the one at the bottom is where the whale wants to get to.
I think
correct.
So,
yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So then we want to back it up. I don't know if we could provide enough energy to back it up all the way, but enough to let our cetacean friends through.
Yeah, and we'll do a reverse polarity slingshot around this thing with the tractor beam.
All right.
Sounds like a
so
plan.
what I'm gonna need is okay. So you guys are going to do what again? No, I heard reverse polarity slingshot, and I got.
So we're going to use the tractor beam to pull the planetoid in addition to the emitters.
Ah, okay.
Another would be to try to boost the emitters. Maybe there's a way we can boost the emitters, but let's try the tractor beam first. And as we're pulling with the tractor beam, once we've cleared it enough, then we're going to use the momentum to slingshot ourselves around the planetoid towards the sphincter.
Oh, so instead of fighting going this way, you're going to turn off the engines and let it shoot you forward.
Around it.
We'll pull it back, and then when it snaps, we'll snap ahead of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's going to be some fancy flying. I hope Rashid knows what
right?
he's doing.
It'd be like a nose orbit, so that we kind of go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any of that, Rashid? You good on that, Steve?
I think we can manage.
Notoriously, there's no up in this. Oh, we'll just go over it. We'll be fine. All right. So what you need to do is the tractor beam is an engineering and security role, and I can throw a sheet at it, or I can throw the engineer at it.
So
I'd throw the engineer at it because I'm going to need everything I got for flying
That's true.
the ship.
would it be control and engineering now?
Security and engineering.
They're both departments.
Why do I do this? God damn it.
So it'd be like control.
Yeah, it would be control.
Because I'm trying to exercise control over the tractor beam's force. All right. Well, luckily I have a.
Can Zoe assist with her scientific command?
Yeah.
All right. And I think I'm going to spend one momentum and get a third die.
Because Zoe will count as a fourth die as well.
Yeah. We just want to kind of ensure we get this thing to work properly. I'd hate to slingshot right into the surface of the world.
That's okay. We'll blame Nada Phil for that. So. Even though he's been relieved.
Right. I think I got 3 successes because I needed a 15. I got a 14, a 9, and a 4.
14, 9, and 4?
Zoe was no help with a 16.
Okay. Well, you tried. So the planetoid is coming back, and miraculously enough, you managed to. So we're going to do that with that, right? Now, Rashid, you're going to require probably. Can you break this task into 3 stages for me?
Okay. Well, we're going to want to go into that sort of nose orbit, nose towards the planet orbit, and then I guess the second phase of that would be firing up the impulse engines just enough to get into the gravity well slingshot thing. And then the third would be,
I think,
firing the impulse engines again to get another
okay.
boost.
So what's going to happen is that the whales are going to start, they're just going to dopey-dope along to do this while you guys are getting things set up. The whales come forward, they're heading toward the planetoid. You're setting up your initial attitude and adjustment settings. And I'm going to try and make this varied so that we can do the exact same thing every time. This is going to be reason and con. That's to plot your course.
Reason,
And it's going to be
okay.
Sorry?
All
right, it's going to be a 2.
No, go ahead. Okay. And will astronavigation...
That would be exactly what I would use it for.
Excellent. So reason plus con. Okay. All right. So I got 3 successes.
Any criticals?
Yeah, one crit.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, but I mean, I rolled a 3, a 3 and a 5. So the 3 is under my my con.
So you've launched yourself out. That's great. The whales are proceeding toward the planetoid, and they're the tractor beam is kind of interfering. They're kind of trying to steer away from the tractor beam as best they can, which is kind of grappling over the planet. You accounted for that. The idea that the tractor beams would also be kind of in your way a little bit when you performed a maneuver. The whales didn't look like they were doing that as well. And what I want to do to be a jerk is not that. The whales are struggling a little bit. They're not in desperate trouble, but they're starting to struggle with the tractor beam that they've steered too close to the blue one. They're not in any danger yet, so that's good. And for the second part is you're ready to fire the engines. So go ahead, and I'm going to say that is probably. Let's just make that daring and con for the hell of it.
All right.
Ben Jackson is going to quickly try and get a transporter lock on the whales. On his character sheet, he can do amazing things that go beyond what a transporter can do in extreme circumstances.
Okay.
And that way, if they get hung up on the tractor beam, he's going to attempt to beam them to the other side of the tractor beam. Like get a lock on them now. Then after we slingshot, if they're still behind the planet, he's going to beam them onto the side with us.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks.
It adds 2
I'll
threats.
bet.
You get 2 threats.
It's like you're going to be taking 3 double-decker buses. So you'll basically.
Yeah.
I got an idea to make it work without.
We're going to overload the transporters.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Steve. Go ahead. How did the launch go?
All right. So I rolled a nat 1 and a 15,
Okay,
so that's
you have
3
a spare
successes.
Momentum to use. You can carry that over to your next task if you want, if that makes sense.
I think I will. I'll hold on to that.
And let me see. Let's go with no. I'm just going to spend the threat to do that to you guys. Then I'm just going to put. Now that you have a plan to rescue the whales, I'm gonna definitely put them in danger. The baby
Good.
one is too. It's the baby Jillian. Jillian's having a real problem. Has got caught in it, and George and Gracie are trying to swim next to it. But I don't know if they've got natural tractor beams, which they might actually have. So you've launched. You're hovering. You're coming over the edge of the planet, and it's definitely Gracie is definitely in trouble. The other two are not, or not Gracie. Jillian is in trouble. The other two are not. So you want to try that? You want to try and make whale meat happen?
Whale meat?
I was saying for the engineer.
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it you
for
have
sure.
to do? It just says I can do crazy things with transporters and ignore the DM.
Yeah, basically it says you're extremely well versed in the operation of transporter systems and can often get them to function in extreme circumstances or to achieve outcomes that few others could manage. Such efforts are never without risk given the delicacy of the technology. When he attempts a task to use, repair, or modify a transporter, so he's attempting to use it, he may add 2 threat to reduce the difficulty of the task by 2. I'm glad I read my character sheet because I wanted to get that Scotty line in so bad.
I put in an actual logical suggestion, which I think would work. That's my thought, because that way it doesn't involve you putting anything on a pad.
Right. That's exactly the kind of thing that I was trying to figure out how to do, is how to because all I want to do is make them sort of pass through the tractor beam. So I'll turn them into the vision, and pass through
Go
walls.
right ahead and take a shot here. I don't know even what your difficulty. Do I have to assign the difficulty, or does it come out with one?
You assign the difficulty,
you're beaming
and
whale,
then depending on where you assign it.
While the ship is being flipped around past 3 tractor beams. I'll go with a 4.
Yeah. Okay, so I will give you 2 threat to reduce it by 2. So it's now a 2. And then I'll also spend 1 momentum to get 3 dice. That's part of his power.
He can just reduce the...
He adds 2 threat to reduce the difficulty of the task by 2.
Thank you. I apologize. Thanks for getting me there.
Yeah, so the 4, and then so he gives you 2 threat. Then he also spends 1 momentum to get 3 dice. All right. It's all or nothing, boys. All right.
And
so
girls.
It looks like I got 2 successes. Yeah, I got a 6 and a 3, and then a 17. So I got 2 successes, which is what I needed.
Well, that kind of sucks for my whole endangering the whales crap.
Well, we don't know what kind of an effect it's going to have on their quantum signature to be partly dematerialized and slingshotted through a tractor beam. There's plenty of nefarious things you could do to their genetics with that. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe there'll be 6 whales on the other side, 3 extremely docile, and 3 killer
3 evil
whales.
whales and 3 good whales. Yeah.
It'll be like the enemy within.
Or one of them will go, or they'll grow up, grow a beard, and then come back and try and seduce Deanna Troi.
Or they could all merge into one whale and be Tuvix.
Zoe is up for Tuvixing them. All right, so recovering and sticking the landing. Go right ahead. This is your control and con, difficulty 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to have the hero do a thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you get to, yeah. So you did make it. Did you recover and get your spot? Did it work?
Okay, let
Did
me.
it work?
I'm sorry. We're about to find out. I'm going to use that extra momentum that I had just to buy one more d20. And
Hot damn.
3
All right,
successes.
you get one to spare. I would hold on to that because the Orion has got an opinion about something. Where is it? Where is he at? Wait, did I just put him in the wrong scene? Yeah, I did. Haridsar like shrieks or whoops or whatever he does. He goes, "Wait, whoa! There's something out there, Zoe girl. There's something out there. I don't know what it is, but it is just outside of the sensors.
On the
just,
other
just
side
below
of
the planet. It's just
the
below
other
the
side of the
planetoid. What?
planetoid? On the other side of the planetoid?
Just below it. Like if we came across the top and went whoop. Well, there's something here going whoop.
Going the other way?
Toward you. So that would be. Let's do this. So it would look like it's that. So you guys are coming like this way. And this thing is from below the planet coming up.
I was going to buy a one-liner for someone to say it's full of stars, but I didn't.
You can just demand people in game do that. You're a player. You can just tell them. Yeah. So something's coming up, and that's all he has right now because his scans weren't that good. But he saw something moving. There's a lot of interference.
Zoe is pressing the red alert button.
Okay, not the eject pod button.
Right, red alert.
Thank God I'm out of that pod just in case.
And what does red alert mechanically do?
Red alert, I think mechanically, legally it lets you do all kinds of shenanigans. I think it automatically brings all the weapons online and the shields.
All right.
So it's more of what you'd call a standard operating procedure tool. So yeah, the ship's been brought to where
It makes people run up and down the hallways really fast.
Everybody gets cardio.
Like they suddenly have jobs to do. They realize that they're actually employed by an organization. Like, oh shit, I was supposed to be in auxiliary control.
I kind of did joke about that, yeah. I was like, don't you guys, why isn't anybody at the right spot? I mean, come on, guys.
Right, like wouldn't they be on duty just sitting by a console? But instead it's like, oh fuck, I'm three decks away.
No.
Get me to that.
You can blame COVID and work from home, literally. Like watching YouTube and doing all kinds of other shit, and then suddenly they realize they have a meeting.
It's like, oh shit. Yeah. Shirts are being grabbed. Everybody's got like their shorts on, but they're putting their uniform on the top. The ship goes to red alert, and which is it's just in time because small pew pews hit the shields, and it's that little tonk sound. It's that little tonking sound where it's like tunk, that weird can sound of low power weapons. Okay.
All right, Xanthus.
Xanthus is ready. He's like, torpedoes? How about now?
Yeah,
Torpedoes.
well, what's his name? Harad Sar. Can you give me a readout on this object?
Well, can I? Yeah, oh god, yeah, he can give you a readout and a half.
Oh yeah.
He scans, he looks it over, and he gets pale. He goes to a paler shade of green, and he's like looks over at Zara, and it's them. And Zara's just, I don't know what you want to do with that, because he just kind of ignored what you asked him.
Zara,
I just had some NPC dialogue. You can bust.
who are these? Who are you talking about? Who are they?
Oh, this is it's Zillik. And it's like, he's a fucking what's it called? He's a fucking poacher. And I don't think there's just one. And what now happens is that one clump.
Oh shit! It literally is full of stars. Oh my
It's full of stars now. Little suns. Happy suns. Woo! Oh, they're Orion. Yeah, they look like Orion Pirate Raiders now with that little spinny thing.
My God, it's full of star furies.
Oh God.
Ooh.
So as you guys come along, you're coming out. Well, not necessarily into the middle of it, but yeah, they're definitely meeting you going up and down. So this takes care of that 3D battle everybody pisses and moans about not getting. And it appears like there's a couple of, they're taking pot shots for some insane reason at a Federation starship. And Xanthus says, I could probably take him with my not mek'leth, with my ice mek'leth.
All right, Xanthus, let's target engines only, and we'll do firing pattern Hernandez Theta 5.
Okay. Are you going to give any flight orders as well?
Yeah, Rashid, let's increase our speed to half
Evasive
impulse
action?
and do a
He's been dying to use evasive action.
like a burnout. Yeah, a burnout, like
Well-
an evasive action burnout. As we come around the planetoid, we'll release the what the hell? Oh shit!
I like the idea that the crew is like looking back at you now. Not so easy. You're going to make shit up, is it?
No, can't. What the hell's the name of it? I can't remember the goddamn name of it. Oh,
Can you
man.
sound it out? Can you?
No, it's ridiculous. The
Interpretive
tractor
dance?
beam. Jesus Christ, tractor beam. Good God.
Oh, okay. Oh,
As we
you're
come across the planetoid, we'll release the tractor beam and push ourselves off of the tractor beam and use that to do like evasive maneuvers, just to make it cool and harder.
okay. Well,
It's
that's
gonna be-
all going to be down to you guys. Okay,
Zoe
well,
wants to. She wants to create her own evasive maneuver pattern that will be going into the Starfleet Academy training manual.
Okay, what I need is a command and presence roll.
Okay.
And
I
then,
will.
from Rashid, I need a con and insight.
All right. Zoe is going to
Okay.
use presence and science instead
God damn it!
of command. She's doing some quick math on her little solar
what-
calculator on the arm of her chair.
All right, and what you guys have to do is between you come up with 6 successes.
All right. So I will buy an extra die and use my free die for science. So that'll put me at 4 dice with science. So presence and science is going to be a 12. It's not great, but it's doable.
Okay, and what is this going
What this
towards?
is Zoe is trying to explain something, and you're trying to figure out what the hell she said and figure out how to make it work. Does that make sense?
So she's basically giving random evasive things, and I just go, hug the donkey, sir.
It could be something like that. It could be she may have invented something that's a well-known maneuver by the helm department, but she's showing you like 8,000 lines of math.
It's just called, Hernandez Theta
Okay,
7 evasive maneuver pattern could be literally like the most standard maneuver that a helmsman has to make.
Go to the left. Got it.
The barrel roll.
Okay, so I'm going to spend the momentum, buy an extra die. I'm going to use fly with style, dress with style. So now we've got 2 successes. Okay, and it was con and insight, you say?
All of the joy here. I mean, I think I only required you to get like 6 or so momentum. I think you're gonna overkill it.
Yeah, well, we're down to 3 momentum too, by the way. So.
And that was 2 successes, so that's a total of 4 successes.
There's Zoe's effort. I need to beat a 12. Oh, nice. 3 successes, 1 16. So 1's a 2. I don't know if do I have a focus?
Math is awesome.
No. Physics, yeah. My physics, yeah. She's trying to.
I'll go
She
physics.
used science.
Yeah.
She used science instead of command, so her physics.
And is the
So
ship
that's
assisting?
The ship can actually assist, and I have no idea what the ship should be attempting to do at that point. What I will do is go with the ship is probably looking at an engines and what you think in security or engines and con, because that's like its flight control, right? Does that make sense? Do you concur, Steve? Okay, Cameron?
Yeah, that
would
sounds
you
right.
roll, for the ship? And its engines are 8, its con is 2, so you need to beat a 10. Or you need to under 10. Sorry.
10 or less, yeah.
The Challenger's a boat.
Oh, brutal. Brutal.
And if you roll any 2s or less, that's
I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum. I got a 19 and a 17.
Yikes.
thank God there were no criticals.
Okay, so the ship was not much help, but my perception is you guys made all 6 successes between you.
I got a critical success because of her focus on physics.
Okay. Dumb question. Can you total all that up for me then?
So she got a 4.
She got 4. I think Rashid got 3 or 4.
Yeah. 8. So we'll bank 2, right?
4.
And we succeed.
You bank 2. All right, I'll put those back. That puts you guys up to, I think, 5 momentum, if I'm remembering the numbers right. Okay.
All right. Zoe hops out of her chair and gives Rashid like a high five, and then goes back to her chair.
That work? Do you leave her hanging, or how do you do this? No.
Oh, no. She does the high five.
That puts you into the final aspect of that was a tractor beam that nobody clued the engineer in on. So what I need is a daring in engineering, because you just woke up and realized, oh shit, I got to turn on the tractor beam.
Oh shit! I got to turn on the tractor beam.
Steve, it's going to be assisted by the engineering and probably. Well, I'm going to go with structure because it's like beefy. So if you can roll lower than 9 for the ship.
Only 1 success.
No, I
No,
can't.
you can't. Okay.
Nope.
1 success.
Got an 11 on that one. The ship is like, nope, you people are on your own.
Got flipped around twice. Cameron, what was yours? 2?
I got one success.
Okay,
Missed
well,
the other.
the tractor beam slid off. It didn't quite do as well. But you know what? There's 2 extra momentum. If you'll give me that, I'll count the tractor beam as being successful. Well, actually, he didn't have extra momentum. He banked it. I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. The maneuver's not as great. Didn't quite slow you down. And instead of an extra point of damage, you just get a regular roll. That puts Xanthus in a firing position too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Target the engines.
Okay, so these are kind of smaller ships. Let me see. What is Xanthus doing here? Do I even have his? I have his character sheet somewhere.
So that planetoid's going to come flying back into the chamber.
I've got his character sheet.
If you want to go
What do you
ahead
need?
and roll his, let me see. He needs to have control and security, and I think he has.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's-
precision. Target specific. Oh, look at that! He also has the power called precision. He can easily pick out target-specific systems when making an attack against an enemy vessel. When he makes an attack with starship weapons that target specific subsystems, he may re-roll a d20. So, nice. Boy, it's almost like they wrote these characters to be useful. For
Or
what they want.
Zoe is well informed about her crew and knew exactly who to.
I like the idea that if you told him to not target something, he was a shittier shot. He gets bored. His ADHD kicks in. He gets bored. Okay, so we're gonna go with just firing the main weapens, and
That was control security,
and I'm gonna.
and he's got shipboard tactical systems and or energy weapons. So I figure he's covered as far as focus is.
I just want to double check his helm action, tactical actions. He does not need to calibrate weapons. He doesn't need to prepare. Ship may only make weapons attacks. Target solution lock sensors on enemy vessel. Okay, so he could have also done targeting solution as another example, where he could say get aim. He could take an aim maneuver, which we don't need. All right. Yeah. So basically, you can at least engage one of the ships. There's one that seems to be shinier and prettier than all the others.
It's a trap.
No, I'm going to guess that's the command ship. That's the one I'm shooting at.
And all I'm saying is you're sitting on some Type 10 phasers. You're sitting on 3 banks of Type 10 phasers to pretty much dampen their day.
Good.
Go ahead. Have you thrown the dice?
I've already done that.
Okay,
I
that
have
is
3
more than enough to
successes.
pop them. They've got 6 damage. Plus, also you get versatile, which means when you use it, 2 momentum to spend
2
on
momentum.
extra damage.
Which I think we should do. So take the phasers from
6
what is it?
A 7? Is
6.
it 7? It's 2 per, right?
Yeah, 6 to 7.
Okay.
So 2 per. Yeah. Although I could spend other momentum to ramp them up, but let's not. I figure 7 should be enough to give them grief.
I will say that you took their shields down past half in one shot. What I'm going to do is ask for. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show people the behind the curtain. Okay. Can somebody roll a d20 for me to see what the minor shaken system is?
5.
I can do that. Or
5? Okay.
somebody already did
On
that?
the
All
next
right.
turn, there's a brace for impact minor effect. Okay. On the next turn, the ship or character aboard the ship may take no major action, so it's knocked out. Plus, you were targeting engines, and I'm going to rule that sheer amount of damage definitely caused an engine breach. because damn, when you blow down that many shields. So yeah, this little guy has got a problem. I can color him red if you want. They've got. Well, what do you guys want to do next? You poked him. The whales made it through. They're just cruising by.
So we will. Do we have a comms officer here?
We have somebody who's
He's still out
catatonic.
of the. Yeah.
No, I mean
Okay,
they're
then.
frozen. They're like they
So
are
we'll just
physically
open.
moving.
We'll just open comms from the captain's chair then, and Zillick, stand down, or you will be destroyed.
Let me see. You basically hear this. Man, I don't want to do another sibilant S. Well, you know, this is not what you should be doing, you Federation people. This is wrong. Why do you attack my nice little ship? And you basically are hearing the communications bust up in static because he's on like a lower band. Like there's no power on that ship.
You are in violation of Federation Sanctity of Life Clause 64B 37 Alpha. We have no choice but to defend these Gormaganders from the likes of you.
Well, are you sure? Because last I counted, I got 4 ships, and you've only got the 1. I love a pirate who is basically Scandinavian. Yeah, it's Fargo, the pirate series.
We have righteousness on our side.
If you shoot that harpoon, a close bird of prey.
Oh God, we got righteousness on our side. Okay, well, why don't you try and make a convincing roll on that one?
Okay.
Send them a message.
Okay, she's going to use her.
Oh God. Yeah, this is going to be your presence and command, but I'm sure you're going to try and science the shit out of this.
Of course. Yeah, it'll cost me extra momentum this time. It costs us 2 momentum now this time to use it.
Is it per scene or something?
It just, it's cumulative. So every time I swap out science, it costs an extra momentum.
Oh, shit.
It costs 2 momentum to switch out science. And what did you say? Dare?
Yeah, anybody else have a thing to say? I wanted to check and see what its recharge is.
Oh, it's per scene.
Okay, we're still in the same scene then. Okay.
Yeah, so per scene, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what the cooldown or the refresh was. Okay, I need to hear what you
first.
Sorry?
Each time after the first in a single scene that she uses the ability, the momentum cost increases by 1.
Yep.
It is cumulative.
Okay. I'm going to need you to tell me how you science this.
Well, she just did, right? She just cited the botanical and biological guidelines of Starfleet and our jurisdiction in defending these Gormaganders.
Okay. Well, let's throw the dice and let's see what happens. I'm going to make it an opposed roll because why not?
Sure. So again, science gets her free die.
Yeah.
And then the one. Oh wait, no, that's still only 3. So yeah, I will use another momentum, so that will cost us 3 momentum to get 4 dice.
Oh God, you might be overkilling it. I'm just going to warn you now.
All right, I'm gonna make sure it happens.
Okay.
She's feeling a little cocky. So. Oh yeah, Jesus. Critical. I got a 1, 3, and a 4. Sorry, what was it? Daring?
Sweet. Got
It
some of
was
that
it was
momentum
actually
right
just
back.
presence, and it was presence. You turned it into presence and
Yeah,
science.
so it's 12. So yeah, 3 success on 4 dice and 1 critical. So that's 4 success.
Okay, you only needed one.
That's all right. We just refilled our.
He's fucking rattled. I'm gonna say with the criticals that other people were listening, because he does have 3 other small ships. I mean, yeah, you've got three kittens to 1 pit bull. I'm sure that'll go well. So, yeah, they, yeah. And he said, "Oh, well, I didn't realize that. Can we apply for a permit? Maybe to harvest whales for scientific purposes?"
He's just going to ignore him.
Yeah, okay. Just turn it off. Come back. All right. You guys do make it past them at least, but I don't know if you want them to, is there anything you want to direct them to do, or they're just going to hang out here?
Well, they're about to get crushed by this planetoid, presumably, or at least their leader is if their engines have been disabled. But yeah, I think we just make sure the Gormaganders get through.
Oh, thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, let's go with, how bad do you guys want it? Like, let's go evens or odds.
Evens.
Okay, that's a good thing for you. So, what the good thing for you is him getting crushed to death?
Or that his other guys all have to expend their efforts saving his butt, and then they just hightail it out of there.
Okay. What do you guys want to have happen?
I think maybe the planetoid kind of shifts back and just kind of maybe pins them all to the sides of the. So the ships are all like basically pinned in position. They're not crushed. They're just basically held in place by the planetoid.
They become artificial polyps.
Yes.
They're all going to have to transfer to one ship to get out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna kind of in my own brain make this a thing. The planetoid shifts, right? So suddenly more tractor beams start showing up in addition to everything else. They try and swoop in. Probably whatever the wall is sees that as a threat. Scoops them up and they're all caught in the tractor beam and they're pinned in that's a way to pin them, extra pin them. Yeah, so that's it. And you guys are now proceeding through the next cat's anus. Oh joy.
Oh, joy.
And
The titanium sphincter.
the titanium sphincter. And what you notice that the captain is starting to bleed on the deck.
Are they still in the mind meld?
Yeah, they're in a mine. They're actually frozen. It's like they actually are mannequins.
Yeah.
Should we get a nurse up here since the doctor can't do
The
anything?
doctor isn't able to move either.
Yeah, so Ben Jackson thinks we should call up a
Yeah.
nurse.
Okay.
Medical team to the bridge.
Reluctantly, Zoe will call them. Medical team to the bridge.
Reluctantly, there's a medical team.
Bring a couple
Silently hoping
spectacles.
the commander will.
The Commodore kicked the bucket.
Sorry, Commodore. Let's see if I can grab one of my nurses from Bejor Rising here.
We did everything we could.
I had to amputate. It was a head wound. I was forced to amputate. There she is. Okay. Forgive me. I'll grab a nurse up because why not try and make it actually official? We're gonna grab one of Nathaniel's characters because he's got about 50. Okay, Lieutenant Kira Voss shows up and walks in and says, "What the hell is this?" And as you deal with them a little bit. There is a cliffhanger, which we're going to have. If I'm finding the damn thing, because of course I've got all of your character sheets in front of me, which I don't need. That's the GM's toolkit. No, come on. I'm sorry, guys.
No, all right.
There we go. Yeah, there's as you've disabled them, as you pass through the next portal and into yet another chamber, and you're going, oh god. You actually pass through a portal, and remember that my god, it's full of stars thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually do that. Yeah, you do pop into another domain with the whales. And what it looks like is that there's a giant, and I'm gonna try and grab something else.
All 3 whales are here, right? Just for...
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, they are. Because that would be a bad thing. Of course, they've told me to do that.
No, that's right. We can squint.
I'll grab them. Yep,
I was just
grab
making
them all.
sure.
Yeah. All the that was the whale token. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. Let's see, let's go over here and go back here. All right, yeah.
A baby
And
fast.
what happens next is I've got to grab, there we go. They're just fucking off to wherever.
The metagenic energy stream coming out of the whale's butt.
Yeah, that would be something. This is actually you come into this, well, let's face it, dimensions don't seem to mean much to whatever this thing is. And you've not walked, but you've flown into a large chamber. Essentially, could be a chamber, could have just brought you across things because, my God, it's what?
Full of stars.
Full of stars.
And what you have is, let me see, a dazzling artificial wormhole opens, blah, blah, blah. Challenger is pulled through. Okay, you don't know how long. However, you come upon this kind of colossal structure, and this is a bit of a void. You come across this giant helical structure because that's as close as I could get on short notice. And coming through the beam in comms, right, is the voice of a very important person, and it's Jonathan Archer. So you guys aren't giving me any of that, are you? You're not letting me off the hook. Or it's Abraham Lincoln. You guys get to pick.
Archer's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Archer's good.
Yep.
Okay, and it says, "Welcome to the domain of the celestial algorithm. You have shown yourselves to be enlightened, and so we have brought you here because we need your assistance." And we can end that right there. How's that? Is that good? All right,
Yep.
It was all a
Yep,
test.
that works.
Everyone has to clap your hands because a godlike being is testing you. This is the most Star Trek thing of all time, right?
Yeah.
As a question, hopes and dreams for next session, which should be our final session, by the way.
Get off the ship, maybe?
Get off the ship. Okay, shore leave or leave the ship?
Yeah, leave the ship, maybe, somehow. Just for a little bit.
Okay. Cam or Garth? Trust me, if you have other ideas, you can always put them in Discord. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can develop my own little mini metaphasic propulsion system. Preferably without eating Taco Bell to do it.
The last episode, the last session of the campaign, and you're going to do that, huh? Okay.
He's
My
a
dreams
teller,
are
right?
so small.
Yep.
Okay, so it's propulsion system. Okay, yeah, actually.
Yeah. He wants to build like a little, maybe we can use it on those jetpacks that show up in Star Trek: The Motion
That's true.
Picture.
And
Hey,
what's your thoughts?
Figure out what this celestial algorithm thing is.
So I just want this to be over, man. I just want this to be done. Kill me now. Okay, and if any of those things do happen, we'll keep everyone informed. So we'll meet back in about 2 weeks' time. I want to see what. Thanks everybody for making this the next to the last episode. We got to shoot things. We got to actually make honest to God combat rolls. There might be Kirk Fu. We didn't get Kirk Fu yet, so that might be a possibility. But what I also want to do is say,